I give you the context.
I give you the history.
I fight fake news with facts.
Kayode. No, Kayode, I will let you talk. Kayode, I will let you talk if you let me talk. Kayode.
That's why more and more Lagosians are tuning in.
500,000 Lagosians.
720,000.
970,000.
Over 1 million Lagosians, they know that if you give me your afternoon, I will give you hard facts.
Well done, Sandra, all to going beyond the headlines and focusing on the facts.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
Hello, Lagos. Good afternoon. I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts. I missed you. And that's our first hard fact for the day. I missed you. I am back, Lagos. My God. As your president, I needed some time to relax and see my dentist and do all that, that other, presidential stuff. But now I'm fully rested. I'm hale and hearty. And I'm ready to be sworn in for my next term. A big thank you to Iriti Bakare Yusuf for holding the fort for me. Brilliant, brilliant work from Iriti Bakare Yusuf. Thank you so much for holding the fort down for the past 2 weeks. Second hard fact of the day, a federal high court in Abuja says that the NBC cannot impose fines on media houses. The court ruled that the Nigeria Broadcasting Commission is an agency of the executive, not the legislature. So it cannot sit in judgment, pass sentences, or issue fines. The court also said that the NBC was violating the separation of powers principle. We're waiting to see if the NBC will appeal, but interesting stuff. 1 million Lagosians cannot be wrong. Thank you for tuning in alongside them today for Hard Facts. I've got a great show for you, starting with the big three. Let's talk about Obi and Atiku wanting their election petitions to be broadcast. This is a huge conversation. Everywhere I turn, everyone's talking about this. So let's talk about it. And then let's talk about the Lagos couple on trial for raping and robbing their housekeeper. And then let's talk about Lautech doctors going on strike. Glass ceiling is back. We'll talk about how we make every woman represent every other woman. That's what I want to talk about today on the glass ceiling. For example, Binani. Oh yes, the politician from Adamawa State. Many people kept saying, is this how the women politicians will be? That's a question we never ask about men in general, no matter how many male politicians we catch rigging elections. So let's discuss that on today's Glass Ceiling. Let's talk about why we do that. On the Glass Ceiling, 4 p.m., that's when the Glass Ceiling takes the air. On Balogun and Broad, let's talk about the drop in car imports and the fight between banks and telcos over USSD charges. Yes, our business segment at 5 p.m. Balogun and Broad. We'll take a look at why car imports have dropped. We'll talk about the fight, big fight like this between banks and telcos over who get the gbese from USSD charges. Now, of course, we'll bring you the news at 6. And after the news at 6, the AFCFTA show will take over. And on the step down, I'm going to give you the bread that I came back with from my leave. So if you're still here at 6:45, I'll give at least 4 people 5k each. All you need to do to get the money is just call me and tell me what I missed in the past, 2 weeks, yeah, in the time I've been away. What have I missed? So you call me at 6:45 and talk to me about it, and I give you 5k. It's that simple. If your gist sweet, well, I'll give you the 5k. If your gist no sweet, I don't give you the 5k. So better start thinking of all the things that happened that were interesting that you will tell me from 6:45. That's when that will happen. As usual, we'll have news, sports, and business updates on the hour every hour. But let's get started with the big three Lagos. Again, I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
This is the Big Three.
The Big Three.
On Hard Facts. On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Should the presidential election petitions be broadcast? Why is abuse of domestic staff so common? What are the lasting solutions to the public healthcare funding crisis? Those are your big three, Lagos. Let's talk. Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar want the election tribunal to be televised. That's our first story. The tribunal says it will consider it. I want to know your thoughts about this. I know there's a raging debate. It's been going on for a while. You've talked on several shows about it, but let's talk about it ourselves. You have many conservative lawyers who don't like the idea. They think televising the tribunal proceedings will affect the dignity of the court. But you have LP and PDP disagreeing. They say that the election petition is a matter of serious public interest, and televising it will improve transparency in the eyes of Nigerians. In their plea, the LP and PDP say that the court has the power to order live coverage, and this is not a new thing. Lawyers like Femi Falana, SAN agree. But I want to know what you think, Lagos. Do you think the proceedings of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal should be televised? 0700993 993 993 01465 7190 0700993 993 993. That's for men. Women call me on 01465 7190. And yes, we've got WhatsApp too. WhatsApp is 080 959 75805. And we're streaming live on Facebook, by the way. So if you leave me your thoughts on Facebook, I'll read them live on air. Twitter is at Nigeria Info FM. Hello, thanks for calling us.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Why,
What come, Mark?
you go on the Enugu. Now, me talk say they will nominate Nigeria Info for broadcasting of Nigeria 2 weeks ago as a phone. I mean, start up.
Okay.
And Nigeria Info must win in Jesus' name.
Amen. I hope so you don't go vote, too.
No, I mean, start up. I don't vote now.
Correct, guy.
Sister, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Thank you. Don't that I'm under the sun somehow.
Why are you under the sun?
Under the weather. I spent 7 bottles on Saturday party.
Oh.
What did I go do now? I don't have a woman. So I go, a man today, either you drink or you smoke or you so no this drink, I don't go tell you lies.
Okay, so na hangover they worry you. So what's the worry in a hangover?
And I go by yes.
Oh, sorry.
I know about two guys. I know they impress. I tell you my own.
Drink water. Just drink plenty water.
Thank you. Broadcast life. I support him.
Okay.
What are they trying to fight? Let us get it life. That is one of our rights to know how the proceedings are going. 2, the couple that is raping. Let them check whether that rape is another thing. Let them check whether it's a ritual raping. And it is tantamount to be jailed. Number 3, I support the Lautech doctors. Let's carry their money and go settle them.
All right, thanks for calling. Unfortunately, the connection wasn't very clear. I don't know what's happening with that. But let's speak with Hope. Hi, Hope.
Sandra.
Ma'am.
Waiting out for.
I go rest.
In fact, I follow you go rest you. I missed you a lot.
I missed you too, Hope. Thanks for calling.
I will call you later.
Okay, all right, Hope. Thank you so much for calling. 99.3, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Sandra, good afternoon. Welcome back.
Thank you, sir. What's your name?
My name is John, calling from Eva.
Talk to me.
Yes, I missed you. That's my first advert.
I missed you too. I'm glad to be back.
And my second advert is your laugh.
Oh. What happened to my laugh?
You are the laughest.
I'm the laughest.
Okay.
You
are the laughest female presenter.
What does that mean?
I nominate you.
As the laughest. Okay.
Laughest.
Okay.
All right. So this thing they are fighting to televise live. What of the witness, the lawyers, the judges, are they protected? Because they live in the neighborhood.
That's a fair concern, right?
Especially the people that will come and witness it.
Right.
Who, they are in the neighborhood now. Let me not be that they will start bullying them when they see that.
When they come
all the people that knows how to bully people fight.
Right.
Yeah, all this aburu, all this, we know them now.
Right.
All the touts.
Right.
All the terrorists.
Right.
Let them know go and start burning people's houses. You are the one that want to, So let us be careful, because it doesn't change anything.
Okay.
In as much as they are showing us the thing after, it's okay. I don't believe in
live broadcast.
And the thing is taking time. This thing now has maybe taking time. They The judges have promised us that they will be fast in this thing. And they now come with this televising life. It is taking their time now. They would have moved on now. They are now talking about pushing shadow. You can even be watching them live and they will do you what they want to do you. As of me, I trust the judiciary. I'm telling you, they are the most responsible institution we have in this country.
Okay.
That is the judiciary. The judiciary has made us to be calling even radio stations.
Yeah.
If not judiciary, like Mohammed and NBC would have dealt with us since. They would have just finished our matter since. Nobody can call and talk anything. The ruling party have been losing cases. Judiciary, they are trying a lot.
Okay.
Let us pray for them. The only thing we owe them is prayers.
Okay.
Let us pray for not wanting pressure on them to televise live.
Live, all right.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for calling us. We've got Mercy in Ikorodu on the line. Hi, Mercy.
My president, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. How you doing, Mercy?
Thank God, you're welcome back. I'm happy. Honestly, you're welcome back.
Thank you,
Yes,
Mercy.
all thanks to our Vice President,
Yes.
lady. Yes, she did very well.
Yes,
she did very well.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, you're welcome back.
Thank you, Mercy.
Yes, thank you, man.
All right, bye. All right, so our caller before Mercy, Lamborghini Mercy, our caller before Mercy was saying that while he would like for the presidential proceedings to be televised live, he's worried about the safety of the people who will be called as witnesses, people who will be part of the process. He's worried about their safety, and that's not the only concern I've heard. I've heard other concerns about practicality, and what the potential implications of a live broadcast could be. So you have the privacy and security of the parties involved. It may be compromised. There's risk of sensationalism or distortion of facts by interested parties. It could potentially impact the fairness of the trial. Then of course there's question of whether media should be allowed into the courtroom, and that could raise concerns about overcrowding, disruptions, very important concerns, and these are some of the concerns that people who are not really on board with a live broadcast, these are some of the concerns they've raised. However, considering how things often go and how public institutions often operate, you have those who say that for the sake of transparency, for the sake of protecting the integrity of the judicial process, it is crucial that this process is broadcast. So is there a balance that can be struck, a balance that protects the proceedings, while also allowing Nigerians to view it in a way that promotes transparency and integrity? Is there a way to balance it? 0700-993-993-993. For our broad listeners, please join us over Skype. Skype is Nigeria Info FM. Hello, thanks for calling. Hello. All right, I don't know what happened on that line. 99.3, hello.
Hello.
How you doing, sir? What's your name?
My name is Marshall Obama calling and welcoming you back.
Thank you.
How is the people you met?
Oh,
Friends and well wishers?
they're very well, thank you.
Oh, we thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, my talk is about the transparency, yes.
Mm-hmm.
We want the whole world to watch Nigerian judiciary.
Okay.
Because with their gown, with their anything, they will know that there are other people in other places of the world that want to see in Nigerian leadership. We call ourselves the giant of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And then so let us do our own thing the very way the whole world will acknowledge.
But do you think the world cares about Nigeria's elections?
It's Nigeria's election now, but we are learning. It's democracy, Nigeria's business. It belongs to America. We collected it from there. So let us just do it transparently. Let the people come out the way we picked up our PVC. Let us also come out to the court and say it. Not minding you want to die. If you don't die, no truth will come out.
Okay.
That's Nigeria for you.
All right. Thank you for calling us. Adeshawa is in Ikorodu. Adeshawa is not on the line anymore. However, thank you very much for calling us, Adeshawa. Adeshawa and I stayed in touch while I was on leave. You know, we're always tweeting at each other. So let's move on to our second story. I'll keep taking your thoughts on the first story. Go ahead and keep calling us on that first story. However, a Lagos couple are on trial for allegedly raping, torturing, and robbing their housekeeper. That's our second story. The victim is 19 years old. The couple are Ramoni Latif and Omolare Alashe. They are 40 and 36. They employed the victim on a salary, but she also lived in their home. The police say the couple allegedly seized her SIM card so she could not call her relatives anymore. Then they allegedly seized her ATM cards. Then they allegedly stole the money they previously paid her as salary and used it for themselves. The police also accused them of torturing her. Allegedly, the wife repeatedly put pepper in the victim's genitals, while the husband allegedly raped her repeatedly. The couple have now been arraigned at the magistrate's court in Ogudu. Now, Lagos, this is not an isolated incident. There are many households that abuse, exploit, rob, and rape their domestic staff. I'm talking about actual adult domestic staff on a salary. I'm not talking about the ones who put children into slave labor and call them house helps. That one in its very nature, by its very nature, that one is a crime, right? So I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about actual adult domestic staff. If you have a house help that is an adult and you're paying them salary, that's okay. What now makes it wrong is when all these abuses happen, like withholding their salary or not allowing them to have a phone. How do you stop an adult from having a phone or making calls? Isn't that kidnapping? Isn't that kidnapping? And then there's the physical abuse. You have those who call it punishment. Please, what business do you have punishing an adult that is your staff? Because think about it. Now, as Sandra Ezekwesili, if I don't do my job well, should Femi Obong Daniels be allowed to flog me or slap me or beat me? No. With staff, you query them or you let them go. You fire them. That's what you do. So what is it about domestic staff that makes so many Nigerians feel like they can lay hands on them? What are the root causes of this? That's the conversation I want to have with this story. Where do these horrible practices stem from? Why are people so comfortable trampling on the human rights of domestic staff? 0700-993-993-993. Men, call me on that number. Call on 657190. Hello, thank you.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
My name is Alabi Aziz Adetuji.
Alabi, good to have you on the show. Talk to me.
Please, I want to talk about the raping matter.
Yes, please.
Please, because I know the person that happened to.
Oh.
Yes, he's one of my staff.
Oh. Oh.
In fact, on Friday, this coming Friday, is the next adjournment case.
Oh.
From the court.
Oh, you know the victim in this story?
Yes.
Oh.
Very, very, very embarrassing. And in fact, I almost shed tears because I was in court the day they adjourned the case.
Okay.
And I know the husband and the children, including the person that this happened to.
Okay.
And I don't know why people are like that. Like I used to say, and like I told one of my colleagues there, I said, these are the people that make people stay back in about Islam. Because those people that they are Muslims. In fact, the husband is Alpha.
Oh.
Yes. So they have to stay the two of them. One is in Kirikiri and one is in the what's this place called now? The husband and the wife. So I don't know. It's not something I would like to comment on. I just want people to know that it's not good and it's real.
Thank you very much for calling. And I don't even know what to say to you who actually know the couple in this story. All right, let me take a quick message off of WhatsApp and then we'll take a break, come back, and we'll keep talking. Maki Lagos says, hooray, yay, goza goza. My very own sister and President Sandra don't show back on air. I miss you, die. I'm strongly in support of the Electoral Tribunal being televised worldwide and heaven-wide, Seth. Sister Sandra, presumptuousness is already traveling here and there on a so-called work when you are yet to be sworn into that capacity. Okay. All right, Maki. Thank you for your message. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back from this break, Lagos, let's keep talking about that second story, right? And of course, the first story. Should the presidential election petitions be broadcast? Why is abuse of domestic staff so common? These are the stories we've talked about so far. Still to come. Lautech doctors on strike. Why? Stick around. Find out.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
I'm from Lafarge. I beg, sign for here.
Wetin you dey look for there? I dey look. What that mean sef get delivery? You don look inside the bags of Lafarge cement wey you buy? Inside the bag? Yes na. Lafarge dey reward im better customers dem for the Lafarge buy and win promo wey dey shele from the 10th of April to the 15th of May 2023. See when you buy any Lafarge cement, if you find Lafarge scratch card inside, scratch am, load am, carry go. Na you get am. But if you find any other gift, just call the phone number wey dey the card. The gift wey you find there, they go carry am go give you.
Na so, you don hear am? You fit win microwave oven, water dispenser, fan, bag of rice, carton of noodles, recharge card, and other better things for the Lafarge buy and win promo. Check posters for more to you. Terms and conditions dey sha.
Lafarge, building progress.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the biggest football fan festival is back. It's Goal Fest, the Festival of Champions. Featuring exciting games, food, comedy, live music by some of the very best Nigerian music superstars. And you can watch the UEFA Champions League final on a huge screen. Goal Fest 2023 will take place on the 10th of June at the Balmoral Convention Center, Federal Palace Hotel, Amadu Bello Way, Victoria Island, Lagos. Time 2 p.m. Get your tickets now available at www.goalfestnigeria.com. Goalfest 2023 is powered by Femi and the Gang and Football Republic. Proudly refreshed by Pepsi. Sponsored by BetWinner.
Sincerely, I don't want to wait till I graduate from this school before I think of what to do with my life.
Exactly. I am going to seriously work on my music skills. Let me use my talent well, I beg.
I would like to be a radio presenter, but I don't know how to go about it.
But why is Timmy so quiet today?
Sorry, ladies. I'm taking this interesting course on how to become a professional scriptwriter. You too can also learn how to become a radio presenter on Wazobia Academy.
Wazobia Academy?
Yes. Wazobia Academy provides accessible and affordable online training in filmmaking, music business, fashion, radio hosting, and lots more. You also stand a chance to be selected for internship in leading production companies, radio stations, music, and fashion studios for hands-on experience. It's easy. Simply log on to www.wazobiaacademy.com or call 0908-826-5038 for more details.
Wazobia Academy. Learn and lead.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Lagos, Lautech doctors have gone on strike over poor working conditions. That's our third story. The doctors are upset about the state of the facilities at the school hospital. They also say that they need more doctors. They believe that the ratio of patients to doctors is too high, and there also aren't enough senior doctors to train the new ones properly. Now, the university says it simply doesn't have enough funds to hire more doctors or improve the facilities. And of course, Lagos, we all know that public universities are underfunded, but the doctors all believe that the school hasn't really tried to meet the demands of the doctors or to be transparent with the doctors. And I think this is a problem that is probably getting worse across our teaching hospitals and our public healthcare system. It's part of the reason why so many doctors are jackpying. And so we have to ask, is there a way out, or are we just doomed to watch our public health system crumble while our health workers get more and more frustrated? This is why the National Assembly wanted to pass that legislation that would keep your doctors back home for at least 5 years. Are public universities really exploring all the avenues for raising funds and increasing revenue? Recently, we've seen wealthy Nigerians make donations to foreign schools. Are there things that our local schools can do to make themselves more attractive to those high net worth individuals? And how can government improve funding to public health? Is it simply about reducing corruption and waste? Do we need to learn? Do we need to lean more into PPP, public-private partnerships? Can PPP work in public health, since usually public health is not very profitable? These are the questions on my mind when I hear about Lautech doctors going on strike. Those are the questions I'm thinking about. What about you? What are you thinking about? 0700-993-993-993 01465-7190. Don't forget to talk to me about the Lagos couple on trial for allegedly raping, torturing and robbing their housekeeper, as well as letting me know if you think the presidential election petitions should be broadcast. I am Sandra Ezekwesili. This is the Big Three on Hard Facts. 0700-993-993-993 01465-7190. That's for women. We've got WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. Hello. Thanks for calling us. Hello.
Hello, Sandra. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I'm so excited. Oh my God.
I know.
My name is Sharon. How are you?
Sharon. I'm very well. How are you?
Fine. What did you bring back for us?
Find out at 6:45 today.
Okay. I'll be ready to find out.
All right.
Yeah. Let me start from the third story. Right. One of the things you suggested is what I've always thought. I'm a medical doctor myself.
Okay.
And I train in one of these teaching hospitals. So I totally understand what the resident doctors are going through.
Right.
And it's getting worse and worse with the Japa.
Yeah.
With Japa syndrome.
Yeah.
So it's not even going to change or going to stop. It's going to keep getting worse.
Yeah.
And private-public partnership is a good idea. Yes, we know that return on investment in healthcare is very slow and not exactly the best.
Right.
But I believe that if there is some kind of I don't know, maybe with the government, maybe reduction on taxes for the investors or something. There should be they can work out something for the investor, for the private investor. But that's a very good way to
get some funds in.
For funding for the healthcare. As for domestic staff, abuse of domestic staff,
right.
I don't know how do you physically hit an adult human being, like a full-grown adult?
Yeah.
You know, when I was young, I remember a neighbor that hit their house help, and I kid you not, the person passed out and hit her head. I think she hit her head somewhere and she passed out.
Oh no!
And it was a serious matter. She was unconscious for days in the hospital. Thank God she didn't die. But every time I think of that scene, I'm like, what if this person had died?
Right.
What would have happened?
Right.
Just for whatever reason whatever the reason you hit another adult human being, the person has now died, and you say what? Manslaughter for what?
And it has happened. It happens quite a bit, actually.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't even know why. I mean, it shouldn't. Like you said, let the person go, or if they're not doing their job, but just let them go and have your peace. As for the presidential election, I'm indifferent about televising it.
Okay.
If they can televise it with. When we are sure there's some kind of protection for the witnesses, the judges, and all of that, it will be a good idea. But I'm indifferent. I don't think televising or not televising it will change anything that the judiciary or the the judiciary and all parties have to say or will say. They just may be a bit more conscious that okay, the public is watching.
They're watching, right?
But I don't think it will change decisions. I don't think it will change all of that. Yeah. Thank you very much,
Sharon.
Sandra.
Thanks for calling. It was good to hear your voice. We've got Adeshawa. Adeshawa, are you there?
Sandra,
my Twitter babe.
I've missed and wait for you. Missed. Wow. I've missed you.
Thank you.
How are you?
Well, I didn't really miss you like that because me and you were on Twitter together.
No, that one is behind the camera. This one is in front of the camera. Okay. Well, for the first story, see, Sandra, let's just be truthful to ourselves. This thing has come up in Mr. Sheriff's show one day that televising it or not televising, and I called it. I said things messes with our emotions easily in Nigeria.
Okay.
Very soon now, everybody will come on you and Mr. Sheriff now, as if you have the answer to every problem that they will televise there now. It will make it. I see, being truthful doesn't mean you should televise it. If you are, as you are talking on the radio now, if you are lying, it's in your hand. If it's true, it's in your hand. Easy.
Okay.
So I don't see which English now? Oh God.
The necessity.
I see your face now. I'm happy. See, I don't see the need for them.
The necessity.
The need, thank you. The necessity of the need for them televising it. It will mess with our emotions.
Okay.
There are so many things going on right in front of us now that in fact we look at it that do they think we are monkeys or do they think we are dogs?
Okay.
So those are the things we don't want to feel. Okay, what do they want to prove? That the election was not rigged, or please they should stop that.
Okay.
Then for your last
story
about that domestic
staff, yes, the domestic staff that was tortured and raped,
it's just
allegedly
wickedness to me. How will you put an adult to die to that kind of torture and still allow your husband to have carnal knowledge of her? That means that person is just a sex toy to you. To me, because on a good day, what will you? How they have been arrested and they are arraigned.
Yes, they've been arraigned. Yes, they have been arraigned. All right, thank you very much for calling, Adesha. It was good to hear your voice. Don't forget, Lagos between 4 and 5. We'll talk about why and how we make every woman represent every other woman. So, for example, the Binani matter. I had a conversation with Chris when the Binani issue came out. You know how Binani declared Binani and her friends at INEC declared themselves the winner of the elections in Adamawa State, and you had Chris say, "Oh, women, is this how women? Is this how the women politicians will be? How can a woman? She's a woman." And it's a question that we never ask about men in general, no matter how many male politicians we catch rigging elections. Why do we do that with women? How is it that we do that with women? Why? What are the reasons? We'll have that conversation at 4 o'clock. But right now we're talking about Obi and Atiku, because the people who are asking for this to be televised are PDP and LP. Obi and Atiku are asking for this to be televised, right? So we're talking about that. Do you think that the Presidential Elections Tribunal should be televised live? And then we'll talk about the Lagos couple on trial for allegedly raping, torturing, and robbing their housekeeper. Then, Lautech doctors going on strike. That's our third story on the show today. I'll take 2 calls, and then we'll come to WhatsApp and take your messages. 99.3, hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
My name is, I want to remain anonymous.
That's fine. Welcome. Talk to me.
Okay. Sandra, I want to talk about the election petition.
Okay.
If they decide to broadcast it, they decide to give it live broadcast. All well is good, but I want to advise Nigeria. Listen to me.
Okay.
This thing, they are all the judiciary of a thing. They are going to break our heart at the end of the day.
Okay.
I just want to advise Nigeria that they should just exercise patience and allow this president-elect to use his first tenure. I know they are going to fumble. Look at it now. The 8 years of February, it has come to an end. In 2015, to him, he thought that 8 years was like a million years to him. Now he has ended it. Before you know it, 4 years will come to an end, 2027. But I want to advise Nigeria that once it is 2025, they should go and try to collect their PVC. Those who were emphasized, they should try to collect it. We are going to vote them out. They should not put their mind on that election petition. The judiciary is going to fumble. They are going to break our heart. I'm telling you.
Okay.
They are going to fumble. They should just allow this guy to use his first tenure. Between that 4 years, he's going to fumble. I know.
But if you're right, let's assume but not concede that you're right? And within the first 4 years of President-elect Tinubu, he fumbles.
We are going to vote them out now by 2027.
Yeah, but what
we will capitalize on that.
Okay.
That's where I'm going. We are going to capitalize on that.
All right.
Even if they do 2027, by 2031, by the time it's going to complete its 8 years, there is no way that it's not going to fumble before that time.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Again, we don't know that the president-elect will fumble. And of course, if the president-elect, if you are right and the president-elect will fumble, do you think it would be easy to unseat a sitting president if the sitting president decides to run for second term? That's of course not to say that we know what the judiciary is going to rule on or how the judiciary is going to rule one way or the other. So is it as clear cut as, oh no, let's just leave it, he's going to fumble and we can vote them out in 2027? Is it that black and white? I don't know. You tell me. Lagos. I'll take 2 more calls. 99.3. Hello.
Hello. Sandra, welcome.
Thank you. What's your name, sir?
My name is Aguma.
Aguma, talk to me.
We are consulting on coming up with a sanction against you. Because of a teaching problem, you have to go abroad while we have so many doctors who can treat you. So, we don't expect you to travel abroad for dental care.
Okay.
So, having said that, actually the issue of televising is very necessary.
All right.
It helps both the voters, the candidates, as well as the judiciary themselves.
Okay.
Sometimes because we are not knowledgeable of what they do, the issue of technicalities as they come, because we do not see what they do, we come up with our own talk of different things that did not occur because we are not well informed as a result of not seeing what happened.
Okay.
So it helps them. For instance, if you had watched the O.J. Simpson trial,
I did.
That was televised, you discover that even though the prosecuting policeman felt that O.J. Simpson committed the crime, but he wanted to strengthen his evidence by going to the extent of buying a hand glove, that unfortunately couldn't fit the hand of O.J. Simpson and bury the hand glove in O.J. Simpson's backyard.
But you're going fast, Seth. Opucha panel was televised live.
Exactly. Exactly. And so when we wrongly accuse the judges of taking side, whereas they did it professionally, because we are not seeing, they are not helped in such a manner. So I believe televising it will help everyone, all the stakeholders, to know what actually happened. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. All right, we'll take one more call and then we'll go to social media for your messages. 99.3. Hello. Sorry about that. All right. That's my cue to go to social media then. We've got Adetayo. All right, Adetayo, I can't take that message. Somaga says, I see you planned with your senior colleague, President Buhari, to go see your dentists. Unu Diegu. Anyway, at least we wanted you back and here you are. Welcome back. As for the wicked couple, I believe a much higher minimum wage will lead to a drastic reduction in the abuse of domestic staff. Sumaga, thanks for your message. It was a pleasure to read it. Shareholder from Festac says, I told Sisioge, who held beautifully for you, that you should remember that I am handling all the bags and baggages. I'm handling all the sharing and shareables that you brought. All right, shareholder. Thank you for offering and volunteering. Fred says, I believe it is not right to maltreat your domestic worker. If you're not comfortable with their service, allow them to go. It's an abuse of their fundamental human right. All right. It would be nice if they will do a live broadcast of the Presidential Tribunal. It will go a long way to redeem the image of the judiciary. God bless our country. All right. Fred, thanks for your message. Here's a message from, you didn't leave your name, but you say, I really missed you sincerely. You are indeed my radio girlfriend, and I like Nigeria Info because of you. Welcome back, my radio love. I just wanted to greet you. In addition to the presidential election, they should be televised, please. All right, you didn't leave your name, but thank you for your message. All right, we've got this one here. What am I hearing? Couples torturing, raping, and more shamefully, stealing their maid's savings, disconnecting her from giving and receiving information. My God, this is barbaric at the highest order. How I wish I'm the judge on this case. Their jail term go long go, if possible, life imprisonment. Are these couple from Akamata? Okay, we've got Paul from Ikorodu who says, concerning the first story, I think tribunal should be televised for transparency. Paul, thank you for your message. Papa J says, welcome back, Mac. I missed you so very much. Oh, I missed you guys too. We've got this message here without a name, but you say, as a domestic staff, you're seen to be less of a human and less important than your employer. Remember the lady who killed her house help and staged a scene like the girl hung herself. This slave and master relationship, this wickedness amongst people of the same race is unthinkable. This evil couple, they should be punished. As for the court ruling on NBC, it's a welcome development. NBC should better return all the money they've obtained from radio and TV stations. Their insensitive and caging regulation on media houses is annoying and ridiculous. It pains me that media houses before now remain silent, hence being taped to the head with a stick by the NBC, who have made themselves gods over the media. Media houses should keep hitting hard on the NBC through legal means, taming them. All right, you didn't leave your name, but thank you for your message. Welcome back, my president. Most people feel as they can pay, feed, and sleep in their house, they own their life. People that abuse their staff should be punished, just that we don't have laws that protect the staff. People should be used as scapegoats so that others can learn. Basil from Agor Palace Road with that message there. It's actually not true that we don't have laws. We have lots of beautiful laws that could be used to protect domestic staff. You know, it's how many of these domestic staff have access to legal representation. That's usually the problem. Obiajulu Theophilus on Twitter says, Lautech doctors should press their demand, and if strike is the language the authority will hear, let them proceed. Shegun Ebikumi says, the Election Petition Tribunal should be broadcast to enable every Nigerian watch step by step. All right. We've got more messages here. Let me see. Oh, lots of messages. My God. Yes, thank you. Thank you for welcoming me back. I'm glad to be back. All right. Adekunle Falade says, who told that caller that President-elect will fumble? Where is that assumption coming from? We've got Sylvanus Aburime who says, hope you're well rested. Sisioge was a good standing. I look forward to hearing from her subsequently. Yes, she was fantastic. You can listen to Sisioge every Friday from 1:30 p.m. I believe, or from 1 p.m. sorry, on Danfo Conversations from 1 p.m. every Friday. Make sure you're tuned into her. Then of course on Thursdays she's here with Listed Legosian from 6:30. Now let's come back to the phone lines. We've got about I don't have a break until 4. Fantastic. So let's come back to the phone lines and talk to whoever we have here. Women call me on 01465-7190. Men call me on 0700-993-993. Hello.
Hello, Sandra.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Longest time.
What's your name,
I really
ma'am?
missed you. My name is Glory.
Glory, I missed you too. Thank you for calling, Glory.
You're welcome back.
Thank you.
We've missed you so much.
It's good to be
All
back.
right.
All right.
How is everything, ma?
Everything is fine, ma.
All right. Moving forward to the
stories.
fact about the is it domestic maltreatment?
Yes, the domestic staff. The domestic staff.
Just as you said earlier, there's no like a vital ground for one to maltreat his or her domestic staff. If what comes to us, I feel it's better he or she throws the person's things outside and tell the person, oh, your services are no longer needed. As simple as that, than maltreating the person. I mean, all of us are humans. We have feelings. And these people are coming from somewhere, so maltreating them, man, it doesn't make any sense. True. And I think the government should also look into that. Please. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. A Lagos couple are on trial for allegedly raping, torturing, and robbing their housekeeper. The victim is 19 years old. The couple are Ramoni Latif and Omolari Alashe. They're 40 and 36. They employed the victim on a salary, but she also lived in their house. The police say the couple allegedly seized her SIM card so that she couldn't call her relatives anymore. Then they allegedly seized her ATM cards. Then they allegedly stole the money they previously paid her as salary and used it for themselves. Police accused them of torturing her. Allegedly, the wife repeatedly put pepper in the victim's genitals, and the husband allegedly raped her repeatedly. They've been arraigned at the magistrate court in Ogudu. And like I said, this is not an isolated incident. What are the root causes for this kind of behavior? Where do these horrible practices stem from? Why are people so comfortable trampling on the human rights of domestic staff? 99.3. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. See, I miss you, but I like that leave you go.
Okay.
I'm so happy that you go and rest and come back.
Thank you.
More energy.
Thank you.
To do the work.
Yes,
that person will need you every day. But that one where you go is the best.
Thank you.
Yes, so welcome. We thank God.
Thank you.
You see, some people, the root of wickedness in them, you cannot explain it. You will see that and say, is this one human? Or because animal cannot treat animal like that too.
Right.
So you now you go surprise say this person where they behave like this. Now human being be this. So me myself I will just conclude say this one there is another thing inside them operating. They are not human again. Because if that person is human, he cannot treat him fellow. Whether he's a halfway thing, it does not matter. What I want the judge to do, he should give them double sentence. And the money they have collected, they should pay 5 times double. Yes, with the wife, they must not say, I have pity on the wife. Let the wife go home and take care of his children. It's somebody that give birth to that child that they were molesting in their house. So they deal with both husband and wife together the same. That is how I see this matter. Okay. You see the case, whether to show it or not. I want them to show it, my sister.
Okay.
It's good when you are watching people lying. You will be watching their mouth, how they are saying whatever they are saying. You will be seeing it. You say, is this what you be? How can he talk like this? How can he? And then let them show it. God bless you.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Rosemary is in Papa. Hi, Rosemary.
Sandra Ezekwesili. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Rosemary.
You're welcome back from your holiday.
Thank you, Rosemary.
How is everything?
Everything is fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sandra, please, I have just one question for those Nigerians that are saying that they should not televise this matter.
Okay.
This UK matter, please, was it behind the bar? Is it not for everybody to see? So why can't they open up? Let us see. UK did not do their own behind the bar. Please tell Nigerians that I want them to televise that thing. Please.
Okay.
For peace to reign, we want everything to be open. Okay. Thank you. God bless you and welcome back.
Thank you, Rosemary, and thank you for calling. 99.3, hello.
Good evening, Madam Sandra.
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
Friday. Welcome, way bread.
Bread day. If you day here by 6:45, we'll collect the bread. Oh, that's unfortunate. Friday, call me back if you can. All right. Okay. Don't forget Lagos. I want to talk about generalizations. One of the barriers in the way of women, because remember on the glass ceiling we talk about ways to destroy the invisible obstacles that prevent women from achieving social, economic, cultural, and political equality in our society, right? And one of those barriers is the way we judge all women or most women by the actions of a few women. The most recent example, right before I went on leave, was the Adamawa Guber election. We all saw the allegations against Aishatu Dahiru Ahmed, aka Aishatu Binani. She was the APC governorship candidate. The INEC rec illegally declared her the winner. She accepted, and the result was eventually overturned. We followed that story, right? And many Nigerians suspect that Binani induced the rec to announce the illegal result. And that's a fair suspicion. After all, anytime an election is rigged in favor of a politician, it's reasonable to suspect that the politician who benefited from the fraud could be behind the fraud, right? So I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is a lot of Nigerians saying, is this what we should expect from women politicians? We thought women are supposed to be good. Or, women haven't even entered politics well and already they are behaving like this. Are we sure they should hold power? And my problem with that is very simple. Why are these Nigerians that say these things, why are they holding all women politicians, why are they holding all women politicians responsible for the crime or alleged crime of one woman politician? Because nobody is saying, see this male rec that announced the result. Are we sure we should allow men to be recs again? Nobody's saying that. We've also seen election petitions in Osun State. Both Soyetola and Adeleke are men. Did anyone say, a man has rigged elections in Osun? Are we sure we should let men be governors? No. So my point is, when a man commits an offense, we all understand that he and he alone is responsible or answerable. But when a woman commits a crime, instead of focusing on the woman, we often make it a matter about women in general. Where does this thing come from? That's the conversation I want to have with you at 4 o'clock. 4 p.m., let's talk about it. 4 p.m. is in 1 minute. So make sure you're here so we can have that conversation. Why do we generalize? Why do we want the one woman to represent every woman? 0700-993-993-993. We've got WhatsApp as well. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. So in 40 seconds exactly, come back. Let's have that conversation. Well, not 40 seconds really, because we're bringing you business news at 4 o'clock. And business news takes about like 2 to 5 minutes. So let's say, okay, fine, in 5 minutes. Okay, fine, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, we'll have a conversation. Right? Okay. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. You're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info Lagos. I brought bread back from my journey. If you want to chop that bread, make sure you're still here by 6:45, because I'll give you the bread away. 6:45. And I'll give the bread only to those who can tell me what I missed in the past 2 weeks and make the story as interesting as possible. If your gist is not sweet, I won't give you my bread. Your gist has got to be sweet. If you want my bread, give me sweet gist about what I missed in the 2 weeks that I was away. All right, don't go away.
It's 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock.
And I want to assume that you would run because I want to give the listeners context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running mate to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have a burden and a passion for young people.
The fact that you have elected a man does not mean then you begin to order him around. The president will do whatever is good for the country at any given time.
Mr. Adeshino, isn't the president responsible to the people?
What should the next president do to root out stakeholders who are complicit?
You fire those that need to be fired are fired. It's looking like a brand new Chelsea, attacking with so much fluidity. And what can you say about that, Martin? I know you follow Chelsea quite closely.
I live close to the Chelsea training ground. That's what you mean by that.